Private jets, lakefront mansions, million-dollar supercars, NASCAR's elite aren't just fast on track. They live life in the fast lane off it too. From Jeff Gordon's record-breaking mansion to Denny Hamlin's luxury empire, this is the world of NASCAR's wealthiest drivers. This is Motorsport Minds, where we bring you the machines, the legends, and the moments that changed motorsport forever.
I can't see.
Jeff Gordon, the gold standard. Few names shine brighter in NASCAR's modern era than Jeff Gordon. A four-time Cup Series champion, 93-time race winner, and the man who brought a new generation of fans to the sport. But off the track, Gordon's story is about something even greater: how a kid from California turned his racing dream into a $200 million empire. Let's rewind. Gordon burst onto the NASCAR scene in the early 1990s. He wasn't the typical Southern stock car driver. He was polished, articulate, and media-ready. He didn't just win races, he won hearts, sponsors, and networks. In 1996, Gordon purchased a stunning Highland Beach mansion in Florida for $2.4 million. A beautiful waterfront property that would later make headlines for all the right reasons. Because when he sold it, the price tag hit $36 million. That sale didn't just set a local record, it became one of the most expensive real estate transactions in Florida's history. For most people, that jet would be the crown jewel of a lifetime. For Gordon, it was just another piece of a growing empire. But beyond the luxury, Gordon's investments told a story of intelligence. Unlike many athletes who spend recklessly, Gordon turned his earnings into businesses. He became vice chairman of Hendrick Motorsports, partnering with Rick Hendrick himself, overseeing teams, brand deals, and sponsorships. He invested in media, real estate, and charitable ventures, ensuring that even long after he hung up his helmet, Jeff Gordon's wealth would continue to grow. And Jeff Gordon built more than just wins. He built a legacy. Dale Earnhardt Jr., the heir of horsepower. If Jeff Gordon is the polished face of NASCAR success, then Dale Earnhardt Jr. is its soul. He's the son of a legend, a man born into horsepower, raised on adrenaline, and destined to carry a name that defines the very spirit of the sport. But Dale Jr.'s life off the track tells a story of creativity, nostalgia, and a personal connection to his heritage that few athletes can match. Here, wealth isn't just measured in dollars, it's measured in stories. The property, valued at over $5 million, features rolling green hills, rustic barns, and, at its center, something extraordinary: a hand-built Wild West town. That's right, Dale Jr. didn't just buy luxury, he built his own frontier. Named Whiskey River, this mini-town includes a working saloon, a three-room hotel, a sheriff's office with a jail, a chapel, post office, and even a barbershop, all constructed with reclaimed wood from an old North Carolina mill. Lifelike mannequins of cowboys and horses line the wooden sidewalks, bringing the ghost of America's Wild West to life right in his backyard. It's part childhood fantasy, part heritage museum, a space that captures both Earnhardt's Southern roots and his playful imagination. But behind the nostalgia lies serious horsepower. Dirty Mo Acres also houses a private dirt go-kart track where Earnhardt Jr. and his friends relive their racing youth, competing in spirited battles that are as much about laughter as lap times. And perhaps most fascinating of all, tucked away in a hidden corner of the property lies a graveyard of NASCAR legends. Dale Earnhardt Sr. The legend and the luxury, before the private jets, the mansions, and the brand empires, there was one man who made NASCAR a household name. Dale Earnhardt Sr. wasn't just a racer, he was an icon, a blue-collar hero who embodied toughness, charisma, and an unrelenting drive to win. But even the toughest man in NASCAR had a taste for luxury. Before his tragic passing in 2001, Dale Sr. had commissioned a magnificent yacht, a 100-foot vessel named Sunday Money. It was a name that carried meaning, drawn from a song by Brooks and Dunn, that Dale co-wrote and loved deeply. To him, Sunday money represented the joy of race day victory, the cash, the glory, and the peace that came afterward. The yacht was built in 2001 with 5 luxurious staterooms, a custom sunken bar, an alfresco dining area, and the power of Detroit diesel engines roaring beneath the deck. It wasn't just a boat, it was a statement, a symbol that even a man born from the dirt tracks of Kannapolis could rise to own a floating palace that turned heads in Fort Lauderdale's marina. Sadly, Dale Sr. passed away before he ever got to enjoy it. But his legacy, like the yacht itself, lives on, lovingly maintained and modernized with new paint, new electronics, and new stories. Dale Earnhardt didn't chase luxury for status. He earned it, lap after lap, year after year, and in doing so, he paved the way for the generations of NASCAR drivers who followed, proving that even in a sport born from moonshine and grit, success could shine in gold and chrome. His son, Dale Jr., carried that torch, transforming legacy into lifestyle. And together, the Earnhardts remind us that in NASCAR, wealth isn't just about money, it's about meaning.